What it is, what it do, cyber world. It is your girl, the one, the only Ash Said It. AshSaidIt.com. AshSaidIt.com, baby babies. I appreciate you guys tuning into the Ash Said It Daily podcast show. I thank y'all. I see y'all over there in the Ukraine and Italy. Everybody's downloading the show. And you never know who I may have on the show, who I'm going to have pop up on the program. And today I have the sheer delight of someone that I've been a fan of for many, many years. You guys know I've been natural for 12 plus years now, and one of the very first products that I just latched onto just because they embodied everything that I wanted to do and everything I wanted to accomplish with my hair is the Curls brand. So I have Miss CEO Mahisha Dellinger on the line with me. Hi, Mahisha.
Hi.
Thank you so much for coming through.
Absolutely. I definitely enjoy it and appreciate being here.
Absolutely, because I know you got a tight schedule, girl. I know, the curls got you busy. But
Yeah.
I really appreciate you coming through. So for people that are not familiar with the Curls brand or even with you, where are you from? What city do you represent?
Well, I'm from California, but I moved my business and my family to Dallas, Texas about 4 years ago.
Wow. Okay.
So that's where I'm currently based.
All right. So what was that move like for you as far as, changing states?
Well, it was actually, I like Dallas a lot. It was a relatively smooth transition. It made sense to move here. A lot of businesses are moving out of California. They're California-based because of the taxation regulation. It's just not a business-friendly state. So a lot have moved their corporation headquarters to Dallas and to different parts of Texas. It's amazing how many transplants are here. So it's great to see a lot of diversity, a lot of people coming from different places, and we have this nice melting pot of people and professionals and businesses. So it's definitely a good place to be.
Absolutely. So were you always interested in hair care?
In a indirect way, I always had some sort of interest. I had natural hair, and so it was curly, but one day I would put too much grease on it, it'd be greasy, another day not enough, and it'd be frizzy, and mastering the right blend, and, gels always dry my hair out.
Yeah.
So, every day was a crapshoot. I didn't know what I was going to get. And I always enjoyed taking care of my own hair. Starting at 5, I started doing my own hair. So I always liked to look cute. And wanted to, be appropriate. I loved my hair texture. I liked that I had curls. I didn't see anything but that in my family because that was in the 70s and everyone was rocking afros back then. So a big deal to see someone of color with natural hair in the 70s. But we didn't have a lot of options. And after that trend, we went into the Jerry curl phase, as you remember that horrific stage in hair history. But I've always had an interest in taking care of my hair, and so I didn't think I was going to ever be in the beauty industry by any means, but I did appreciate it, and I also long to care for it. And I have 3 daughters. It's always been a big priority in my life for them to take care of their hair. But I wasn't a hair care professional. It kind of fell into my lap after being in corporate America, being right size, left size, downsize, ostracized out of my position, that I decided to take destiny into the palm of my own hands and create my own legacy. And since hair care was a passion, that's kind of how it was born.
Absolutely. So what were the earlier steps of Curls coming to be, as far as, were you just at home with like ingredients, just mixing and seeing what happened?
Well, the early stages were, first I was initially mixing oils and blends at home to use natural oils that weren't going to be too heavy, like jojoba oil mixed with essential oils and etc. Coconut oil for extra moisture on my ends. And I did things like that for my friends and my family. And that was before I decided to launch off and create my own business. But that's kind of how it started. But once I knew that I wanted to go into and actually start selling, I actually hired a cosmetic chemist to create the formulas that would be sustainable, be safe to put on the shelf, have all the ingredients they should have without the unnecessary additives. So I took that professional approach once I knew I was ready to take this business full force.
Right. So what were some of the challenges that you faced in the early stages of Curls?
Well, funding was horrible. That's why I started so small. I didn't have a lot of money because, I came from a poor background. I didn't have a lot of money. Everything I had, came from what I worked hard for. But I didn't have anyone to ask for money. I didn't have any friends or family that could loan me any money or seed into my business. So funding was very hard and difficult. Despite having exceptional personal credit, I could not get any funding. Mm-hmm. So that forced me to really start small, be diligent with the money, and grow it organically over time. And that's what I did. So I took that time to learn the business, my market, my company, and continue to grow and development before I went into the big shelf, big box retailers. So it worked out all in God's timing the right way. Initially, I thought I wanted to launch in a big, spectacular way and hit Walmart out the gate. Mm-hmm. Thank God I didn't do that, because it's definitely been problematic given how Walmart typically does small businesses with their payment schedule. Mm-hmm. So I'm glad that I was able to do it organically, grow it, and then create a strong fan base before hitting retail. Because doing so enabled me to have the demand set so that all those buyers would want and come to Curl.
Definitely. And I just have to say, I am a Curls user. I've loved the stuff since day one. Everything just smells yummy. And
for your support.
Absolutely. Everything is just really awesome. And, my cousins, they still use it. What was some of the factors that you needed to lock down when you were thinking of how you wanted this product to smell and how you want it to be? There's so many different essential oils. There's so many different fragrances out there. How did you lock down the signature smell?
Well, first I started with performance, what I wanted in the product, what I didn't want. So I definitely knew it had to be a high-performing organic product line. Mm-hmm. So I knew I didn't want parabens, silicones, or sulfates, or artificial oils. I knew what I didn't want, and then I knew some key items I didn't want. Now, regarding the fragrance, I did a lot of testing and smelling and sampling. It took a while. The fragrance of each product usually takes longer for me than it does in the production of the actual prototype, because that's such a key thing. Mm-hmm. First thing natural releases do when they open a bottle on the store shelf is they smell it. Mm-hmm. If it smells right, then they'll buy it. From there, they begin to judge it. You have to smell right there off the shelf.
This is true. This is very, very true. And when you started selling those 32 ounces, we were stacking up. we were stacking up at the house.
We're bringing those back for the Blueberry collection, which is flying off the shelves. The new Blueberry Bliss Pro collection, everyone's asking for 32-ounce sizes on that, so we're going to roll those out soon.
Awesome. Looking forward to that. So when was the moment that you realized that Curls was going to be bigger than this initial idea that you had for it?
I get those kind of questions quite often. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if ever a time when you're knee deep in the trenches, working hard to turn a no to a yes, and working, and sleepless nights and pounding the pavement when you're brand new, unestablished brand that needs to prove themselves, when that aha moment comes. I don't know, because you're constantly moving forward to the next goal. At least I am. Right. So I do know a pivotal part in my career as a brand owner was the moment I met with the target buyer. This was at the cusp of the movement of the newly natural market. This buyer, her name was Linda Sullivan, wanted to revamp her ethnic category. She realized that her sales were flat. All her traditional ethnic products sales were dying down, and she was trying to figure out, well, what are they doing? Where are they going? What are they buying? Mm-hmm. And she started doing her own research and found that there were some brands that were quote-unquote underground brands that were doing exceptionally well and doing unorthodox things in the market, and she had no idea who we were. So it was four of us that she decided to bring into 105 doors. She met with us and said, I see you guys on social media. You guys are making movements, and your brand seems popular. We're looking to establish a new multicultural category, and we want to test you out, you and 3 other brands. This is what the buyer said. And so we're going to put you on an end cap, in 105 Target stores and to test you out to see if you can replicate that success here in retail. So she did that test, and we all blew it out. And then she kept growing all of us to more and more stores. And as she grew us, she kept adding additional brands. This was many, many years ago. Linda Sullivan was the first to launch the multicultural category in retail. And she saw the writing on the wall before any other retailer did. So that was what really changed, I think, the trajectory of the business once Target gave us, we were on their radar, and they gave us a chance. That's when everything started to shift for the business.
Wow, yes. It definitely warms everyone's hearts that, yes, it was okay to get it conveniently shipped to our house, but now the fact that we can go to a store, pick up what we need, get a little bit of extra, for safekeeping, it definitely makes it a lot more accessible to your market and absolutely has, like you said, blown it out of the water for you. So kudos.
Yeah, it's been great. So we always get credit for that first experience and that first company that gave us a try, and that was Target.
Absolutely. So, Mahisha, now that you've been in the industry for, a long time, and you are one of the pioneers in the natural hair care industry, what is next for Curls?
Wow, we have so much coming up. Well, first of all, we have new collections coming out. We launched the Blueberry Bliss Curl Collection, which is brand new, and that's something that's doing phenomenally well in the market. And that collection is all around restoration, protection, and growth. And so it is like really rocking out in the market. It's doing exceptionally well. But we're adding more to that collection, and we have a new one coming up, which we'll launch in the fall. But one of the biggest things that we just launched into is the vitamin sector. We created a new liquid vitamin called Blissful Length Liquid Hair Growth Vitamin. And there are other vitamins and pills you can buy for hair growth. But what makes this one a game changer is the fact that it's the only one that's in liquid form. And so why does that matter? Well, liquids absorb up to 98% of the vitamins into your bloodstream. Just take that same vitamin in pill form, you only absorb up to 20%. So you're losing a lot of it in pill form. So we decided to bring a highly efficacious vitamin that's going to blow out the competition for its growth without breakout and give you all the nutrients you actually need.
Wow. That is awesome. Y'all are good. You're always changing up the game. Look at you. Changing up the game. I love it. I love it. And I love just your energy, what you pour into your company. I mean, it shows. You have staying power. You've been doing this for a while, and you continue to just create new stuff on top of stuff and stuff people haven't even heard of. I love it.
Yeah, and I knew that we had to, when we brought in the vitamin, bring something different. And so that's what we did. And that's one of the things that's really also propelling the new phase of our life, of the Curls life, brand life forward. Going to nutraceuticals and the nutritional space. Healthy hair, healthy body. Where we're going. Yeah. Healthy hair, healthy body.
Absolutely. Well, I will definitely be looking out for that. Now, with all your experience and everything that you've gone through thus far, as an entrepreneur, as just a hardworking, just tycoon in this industry, what advice would you offer to any up-and-coming stylist or anyone that aspires to do natural hair care?
I get a lot of questions from people who want to enter the market, wanting to know from different areas, from tools to hair products to hair extensions, and everything under the sun. The first thing, no matter what business it is, it's natural hair, if it's, it can be in any other industry, toys, whatever. The point is you have to make sure that whatever you bring to the table, to the market, is something that is going to meet a customer's need. If you're creating because you see there's an opportunity to be a business owner and you see that people are making money in this space, and that's the reason why you develop something, that's not the winning formula. You want to bring something new and different and a game changer that's going to meet an untapped need. And while there are a host of brands in the space, there are also a lot of brands in the mass, market for Caucasians. So they're always room for more. It's just about making sure you bring the best of the best. And I would say make sure that you know that before you launch, because launching a business can be extremely costly, and if you don't do it wisely, you will lose a lot of money. So make sure that you're sure. How do you make sure that you're sure? Do your due diligence, research your market, check the competitors, find out wherever their loopholes or faults are or failures, and capitalize on that. Bring something new and fresh to the industry, and be prepared to work hard like a slave, like a Hebrew slave, I would say. That's how hard you have to work.
Absolutely. It takes, I mean, honestly, with anything that you want to do, so everyone listening, I know that you guys are aspiring entrepreneurs and you got these great ideas. You got to do your homework. You have to. You
Absolutely.
have to do your homework. To have an idea.
Make sure that you get someone in your industry that can mentor you and help you avoid and pitfalls. You can save a lot of time if you ask for help. Someone can help you find out that paying $5 for a case of bottles is too much, and they'll say absolutely not. Renegotiate that deal. So if you go it alone, you can cost yourself a lot more money.
Yeah, definitely. And you said something else key. You got to put in the work. You have to put in the work. It's it's sleepless nights. It's blood, sweat, and tears. I mean, it is a little bit of everything. You have to pour. If you really believe in it, you will sacrifice for your brand, for your company, for whatever it is that you're going to do.
So if someone's looking to work less, then that's not the reason to go into business. Like you're going to work more than your life.
Yeah.
But it's also more rewarding.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sowing into your legacy and sowing into your dream instead of someone else's dream.
Absolutely. Mahisha, thank you so much for making time for us on your schedule, on the Ash City Daily podcast show. Let everyone know the best way that they can get in contact with you. They need to reach you, or hey, they need to go to one of the retailers and pick up some curls.
Yeah, so definitely reach us and follow us on social media. For Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, it's Frizz Free Curls. So check us out. And our website is curls.biz. Check us out there. But also support your local Target, CVS, Walgreens, or Rite Aid. We are in those stores plus others. But we definitely are here for all of our naturalistas. If you have any questions, reach out to us on our website. We have an Ask Curls page where you can get directly in contact with one of us to get specific recommendations for you when you're here for regimen.
Absolutely awesome. Thank you so much, Mahisha. And thank you all for downloading the show today. I appreciate and love each and every one of you. Remember, anyone to tell you that you can't do what you want to do, you look them square in the face and tell them, don't believe me, just watch. Watch what I do. Watch me make it happen. Watch me make history. All right? Because that's what we're doing this for. We're doing this for the history books. And social media is cool. It's nice. It's wonderful. It helps us get around. It helps us circulate the world. But real life is so much better. Until next time, you guys, I love you.